Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we will going to understand the Leetcode problem number 2211, that is count collisions on a road. That is today's Leetcode POTD. So let's move further. There are n cars on an infinitely long road. The cars are numbered from 0 to n minus 1 from left to right, and each car is present a unique point. Okay, means the question says that there is an infinitely long road, means बहुत ही बड़ी एक रोड है जहाँ पर n cars स्टैंड हैं, n cars खड़ी हुई हैं. ओके, so let's read further. You are given a zero indexed string directions of length n. Directions I can be either L, R or S. Okay, denoting whether the ith car is moving moving towards the left, towards the right, or staying at its current point respectively. Each moving car has the same speed. Okay, so the question says that the car can move left or right or can stand the position where it currently staying. Okay, मीन्स या तो वो वहाँ पर जहाँ पर रुकी हुई है वहाँ पर ही खड़ी रहेगी, या फिर वो लेफ्ट जाएगी, या फिर वो राइट जाएगी. ओके, नाउ let's move further. The number of collisions can be calculated as follows. Okay, so means the question says that there can be the possibility of collisions. Okay, when two cars moving in opposite direction collide with each other, the number of collisions increases by 2. Okay, so when the cars moving in opposite direction means when the car comes from right side and also comes from left side, then there will be the possibility of collision. Okay, so we have to count increase plus 2, means we have to increase by 2 to the collision count. Okay, when a moving car collides with a stationary car, the number of collision increases by 1. Okay, stationary car means the car standing over there is no movement of car. So if the car comes from if the car comes from left side, then there will be collision. So we have to count that collision is plus 1. Okay, the count of collision is plus 1. If the car comes from right side, then also the count of collision is plus 1. Okay, also plus 1. Okay, so we have to increase the collision count according to the stationary car or the moving car. Okay, after collision the car involved can no longer move and will stay at the point where they collided. Other than that, car cannot change their state or direction of motion. So if the collision happened, then there is no chance to move the car. Okay, means if the car is collided, okay, so the car must be staying. Okay, there is no chance to moving. Okay, so if the let's move on the example test case. That is, I take this test case. Okay, let's take it down and understand. Okay, so direction is given as RL, RS and double L. Okay, so I write it here. Okay, what is given? R, L, R, S, S. इसको मैं टेक्स्ट से लिख लेती हूँ, टेक्स्ट सही रहेगा ना. Okay, we have given that R, L, R, S, double L. Okay, so now let's understand how can we solve this problem. Okay, let's understand. There is first, there is right means that car moves to right direction, moves to right direction. Okay, the car moves to right direction. Okay, and if the car moves to right direction, there will be this car finds that there is also another car which comes to left direction. Okay, which comes to the left direction means, so they are in the opposite direction, they are in the opposite direction, so there is a chance to collide. So these car collided. Okay, so when these are collided, so the count of collision count, how much collision count we can store here collision count. Okay, collision collision count will be 2. Why 2? Because in question they will be given that if the car are in opposite direction, if the car is not stationary car, if the car is not a stationary car, then the collision count will be 2. Okay, so that's why I count is at 2. Okay, now our eye is moved on further. Next, here the car moves to the left direction. Okay, sorry, no, we didn't take this because this is now a stationary car. Okay, because it already, when the collision is happened, the car must be stationary car. So when the this right and left car is collided, so the car must be stationary. So now these two car stayed here. Okay, now move further at this position. Okay, now we are at the right car. Okay, the car which moves to right. Okay, the car which moves to right. Okay, now let's look at when the car moves to right means here. So it find that there is a car which is stationary, so it will collide with the stationary car. This right car will be collide with this stationary car, so the count will be 2 plus 3. Okay, so the count will be 2 2 plus 3. इसको पहले मैं इधर सेट करूँ. Okay, now the count will be 2 plus 1. Okay, now this right car will be collide with this stationary car. Now this right car will also be stationary car. Okay, because it will collide with this stationary car. Okay, now we will move to this car. Okay, left car. Now there is a car which move to the left, means it moves to the left. Now it sees that it's this car, look that there is a stationary car, so this left car will collide with this stationary car and contributed +1 collision here. Okay, so I hope you understand what I am trying to say. Okay, so +1. Okay, so this is now also an stationary car, this is also an stationary car. So this car is also stayed. Okay, and now this car cannot move further. Okay, now we'll move on the next car. This is also an left moving car. Okay, so this car is moving to the left direction. Now it also find that there is a stationary car. Okay, stationary car. Now after colliding with this stationary car, it will also contribute the +1 collision. Okay, how much collision? That is +1. Okay, so total collision will be 5. Total collision will be 5. Total number of collisions will be 5. So we have to return this 5 answer. Okay, so when this also left car collide with the stationary car, this is also be stationary. Okay, this also become a stationary car. So all car after a collision, all car becomes stationary if there is an collision. Okay, Let's move another example. Okay, there is also one example which you have to understand, that this is example. Okay, I write over there. That is, if there is a car which moves left and another car which moves also left, and R and R. Okay, so let's look here. There is a car which moves left. Okay, there is a car which moves left. Okay, and also this car is also move left. Okay, now this car is moving left, and there is no any other car for by which this car can collide. Okay, no, there is no any car why this car can collide. No, there is no staying car, sorry, there is no any stationary car, and there is no any right car which comes to the left side. Okay, which comes to the right side. Okay, so this car will not collide with any other. Now this also, look here, this car will also move in the same direction, that direction in previous car is moving. Okay, in the left direction, so there is no collision. Okay, now here, look at here, this car moving to the right direction, so there is no collision because this car also moving in the right direction, so there is no collision happen because both car moving in the same direction. This is also both car moving in the same direction, so the collision count will be 0. Okay, so here the collision count will be 0. Okay, so now let's move in the approach of this question. Okay, what approach we can apply? Okay, here we write approach. Okay, let's take an example which takes previously. Okay, that is, let's take different example. Okay, I will take an different example so that you can understand easily. Okay, S L, that is L L S L R R L L क्या था एग्जाम्पल, L L S L R R S L L S. Okay, so this example I make by myself. Okay, I didn't take from the test case example. Okay, so currently we are at here. Okay, left, we are at this car. Now this car is moving on the left side, so this car didn't make any collision with any other car because there is no left car, there is no any car previously which comes in this car, which comes closer to this car. Okay, so this is no effect on this car. Same on this, there is no effect on this car because there is no collision happening. So now this car is stayed here because this car is a stationary car, so no collision. Now look here, this car moves to the left side. Now look here, this car moves to the left side and found that there is a stationary car. Okay, so there is a collision. Okay, so there is a collision. Okay, so right here, collisions count will be equals to 1 because this car will collide with the stationary car. That's why I take count as 1. Okay, now look at this car moving to the right car. Okay, no collision because this car is also, because when this car will see in the right direction, so there is no collision found. Okay, because this car is also moves in the right direction. Okay, now move further. Now this car is stationary car, so this right car will be collide with this stationary car. So how much point will be collected here? How much point will be the 1 plus 1? We count is as plus 1 also. plus 1. Okay, now look at here. When this car will be collide with this stationary car, then this previous car is also collide with this stationary car. Why? When this car will collide with the stationary car, so this R car will also goes to the stationary car, will also become to the stationary car. That's why this R car, this right side car will also become the stationary car when it collide with this car. Okay, so we also count is at 1. Okay. Okay, now move further. Okay, this left car will collide with this stationary car. Okay, so we will count is at plus 1. Okay, now this left car will also collide with this stationary car, because this left car become the stationary car. That's why this left car will collide with this stationary car, so this also will count is as 1. Okay, now this is already an stationary car, so we will not count it at all. Okay, it is same as the. Okay, so the total answer is 5. Okay, so the idea is here, we take an eye pointer, and we look at here that if 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 current character if char is equals to s, then we don't do anything. No need to do anything. Anything. Okay, just continue. Okay, but if sage equal to r, okay, r, okay, then we have to see that is there any car which comes to this car, means there is any car which comes to this in opposite direction, or any stationary car. We have to see. So if we found that there is a car which comes to this opposite side of this car, then we have to count this collision count. But look here, that here we can see that here there is a right side car which comes to the right car which comes to the right. So here we can found that this right car will collide after this right car collide. Okay, means the this right car, when this right car collided successfully, then this right car will be collided. Okay, so we have to make sure the count of right side car, sorry, right car. Okay, so we have to make sure that we have to take the right car count. Okay, right car count, so that we can uh, directly add in the collision count, because these two car will be collide after, sorry, this car will be collide after the collision of these two car. Okay, so that's why I take the right count. Okay, so right count is here I take the right count is as 2. So after the collision I make is at 0. Okay, I make it at 0. Okay, that is why I take here right. If our ch is current, means current car is left. Okay, means current car is L, means the car is going to the left side. So we have to check that in the opposite direction, in the opposite direction, is there any car which comes toward this, means is there any car which comes in the right direction, or is there any car which is already stationary car. So then there is collision is happening. Okay, and in this case, if there is any car which comes to the right direction, or already stationary car. Okay, so we have to check these two condition. Okay, so in left side car, means is the car is comes to the left side, so we don't need to store the count. Okay, as like right car count. Okay, no, because in left side car this is going to the left side, and it already checked that, because if they're in a stationary car, then it will collide with this, so it collide with that and becomes stationary car. Okay, and then this car is also checking that in the previous car, so we don't need to store the left car count. Okay, because it becomes the stationary after the collision. Okay, so this is how we have to done this question. So let's move on the coding part. Okay, let's look here the code. I write it already. Okay, so let's look here. I have to zoom in. Okay, so look here. Firstly I take the direction length. Okay, and collisions. Okay, int collisions is equal to 0, and I store this direction in the car array. Why? Because I have to changes the array, changes the directions, because if the collision is happening, then I have to do it in the I have to make the car status in the stationary car. Okay, okay, and take right count as equals to 0. Okay, so if the current car is stationary, means if the current car is not in moving, so that's why I have to continue. Okay, if the current car is is moving to the right direction, and I have to check that I have to increase the right count. Okay, I have to increase the right count likewise here. Okay, and also I have to maintain this boolean is collide is false or true. Okay, because if the collision is happening, then I have to change this right direction to, sorry, change this right car status as s. Okay, so if the collision is if the toward if the I plus if the car at I plus 1 index is coming to the opposite direction of the this car, it means if it is coming to the left side, then we have to increase this by right count plus 1. Why right count plus 1? Because the right count plus 1, because the right count means the total number of count of right car. Okay, and plus 1 is, that's why we do plus 1, because the this right car is collide with this left car. Okay, so that's why we have to increase with extra plus 1, because when the right car collide with the left car, we have to increase by 2. Okay, and after the right and left car will be collided, it becomes a stationary car, and further previously right car will be then collide with the stationary car. That's why we have to store with the right count. Okay, okay, and is collide equals to true. Okay, then because collision ho gaya. Okay, so I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And if the direction for I plus 1, sorry, if the I plus 1 index at I plus 1 is a stationary car, then we have to only increase by right count, we don't need to plus 1. Okay, and is collide true. If it is collide is true, then we have to make it as a stationary car, and don't forget to do that right count becomes 0, because all the right counts, all the previously right car becomes stationary car. Okay, same as goes for this left car count. Okay, left car. Okay, so we have to check that if there is left, if this is right, if the previously car is right, then we have to increase by 2. If the previously car is stationary car, then we have to increase by 1. Okay, and make the current car is at stationary car. Okay, and you have to also check that the index don't goes to out of bound. Okay, so we have to make sure of that. Okay, let's run it. Okay, let's submit it. Okay, so thank you. If you have any doubt, then please comment in the comment section. Okay, thank you.